What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. And as most of you guys may or may not be aware by now, Inodez is shutting down. Now, if you don't know who or what Inodez is, you can probably ignore this video and you don't have to worry about it. But, just for a quick sum up, Inodez was a platform, one of the few legit ones that actually allowed you to combine a whole bunch of nodes together as one instead of having to have enough coins to have your own smart nodes. So you got partial earnings on nodes for Raptorium, Firo, and so on. It all started on the Raptorium network. Then they began adding other coins, which we'll kind of look at in a minute. But we're going to go through everything you need to do here and what you should do, and I'll show you what to do and how to go through it and everything using your Raptorium as an example. But things are pretty crazy. So let's just look at some dates. First thing you're going to need to know about is some dates. For the most part, is the contract they originally have is done. It's going to be very expensive for another one. There are things going on, like right here, Itopi. Most of them are aware of him with Viper Labs Pool. He understands why Inodez is shutting down. Now, he does sound like he may have an alternative for Inodez guys. I did let Inodez guys know about this, as well as Skirm from Raptorium community and so on. So they may get into talks and something may happen. But as of right now, get ready and start pulling your coins off of there. And I'm going to show you how to get this all done. So you can pause this, read it, go through it, whatever you want to do. But, the major things you got to realize is all deposits and mining to Inodez should be stopped as soon as possible. So immediately stop mining to Inodez, because you used to mine there. Your rewards would go there and then it automatically get put into a node for you to get that passive income on the side. So, and then the other date we do have to realize here is everything will be done on December 31st. So you have to the end of the year. And obviously the best time to start getting everything done is right now. So this video is your warning, is do it now. You'll probably end up forgetting if you don't, and then you'll lose everything. So just do it now and get it done. And that's the process. I'm going to use Raptorium because I do use this for Raptorium. We're going to go through everything and show you what you need to do to actually get this done. And another thing I do want to point out, because this is happening and because this is a pretty big deal, especially for, Raptorium, and they do have Firo nodes, Neoxa nodes, and whatever that's OSMI is. I'm not really sure, never followed it. I'm sure some of you guys do know. Let me know in the comments what that is. But they started adding these other smart nodes and nodes in after the success of Raptorium and stuff going on there. So, and looking at the blockchain here, they have a lot of nodes here. So on here, here's Pecunia. Now, this is something to run your own nodes, but that's only if you have enough coins to run your own nodes. So right here, I do believe it's 1.6 or 1.8 million coins is what is needed to run your own node. And that's where the smart nodes came in, is these were kind of combining a whole bunch of people together to equal a full node. And then you get payments based on your share of how many you had in a complete node type of thing. So, it was nice and easy. You could mine to it and keep on stacking and so on. It was a nice, easy platform. But obviously, if you have enough for your own node or something, use something like Pecunia here. It's cheap. It's really easy to do and set up. I have multiple videos on showing you how to do this in the past, but this is something you're going to want to do. Now, here we can see there's a total of 1,316 RTM nodes here, and Inodez has 747. So almost 50% of the smart nodes are on Inodez here. So obviously there's going to be a lot more full nodes going to have to be either ran by themselves from people, depending on how much they are, or they're going to be going to something like Pecunia or something. Or the majority of these nodes may be ran by people who don't have enough coins. So we could possibly see 50% of the nodes come offline here by the end of the year. And if that's the case, because people don't have enough to run a full node, we could see a pretty big boost in node earnings on Raptorium. Now, well, that does sound like a good thing for us. Yes, we're going to get more coins, more profitability. That's awesome. That's also 50% of the security on the node side will be dropping as well. So, it's kind of a bad thing, even though profitability would be nice. So we may see a nice buy opportunity for a lot of people here because the nodes are looking more profitable by 50%. In theory, that we may see a bunch of people get a little node pump here, and that'll also help drive the price of Raptorium up. Will that happen? No idea. It's to be determined, not financial advice. But the point here is almost 50% of the Raptorium nodes is in Inodez here of the entire network, and those will be gone. And depending on how many people actually have the 1.8 million to run their own node, a lot of people could only have 1.6 or 1 million or 500,000, everyone grouped together, and half the nodes could come offline. Just something to watch out for. So what I'd suggest doing if you're in for Raptorium is finding the latest wallet, installing it, and then updating it so you're all synced up to the blockchain and everything, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just going to wait for everything to kind of sync up here to see exactly where I am in terms of my wallet and how many funds I got and where they're all at and so on. All right, guys. So as you can see, I'm not responding. It seems like every time I try this and I close it and I open it again, when it hits July 20th, it seems to just freeze up. Now, initially, when you start this up, it says right on their GitHub here, when upgrading, depending on the wallet version you are previously, you're going to see that things are going to slow down. Your CPU is going to be in use. I noticed all this stuff happening. Just don't kill the process. Let it go. Mine overcame that and everything was good. So we're at this point where I am now. So at this point, you know, I am using the Bootstrap. This is what they told me in the Discord. Thanks to Skirman, everyone. So here is the Bootstrap file I'm currently downloading. It is about 9.7 gigabyte file. So at my dumb internet, it should be done within the next year or two. I'm just kidding. It should be done maybe within 10, well, it says 20 minutes here. But when it's done, I will bootstrap my wallet here and hopefully it'll get past this. So I did want to record this in case you're running into an issue on the exact same date or maybe a different date or something that maybe the bootstrap will work. I don't know yet, but we're about to find out when it's done. All right, so the bootstrap is done. I'm going to double click on that. We are going to extract this. And now I just got to find my wallet here. So I'm just going to come into my programs, scroll on down to where my wallet is. And then I'm going to find RTM, which is right here. And I just got to make sure I know where this is data. So it looks like we're going into the data file right here. Here's assets and everything. So that is where we are going. So we're going to come back here, select folder data, select folder, extract, and it should ask to go over everything. It's not, so maybe I'm gonna have to copy it all over again because I might have two of these files. It should have asked me, so I might have messed up when I'm supposed to be back one more. Anyway, I'm just gonna let it play out and we'll see what happens. There we go. Now it's asking to replace. So yes, replace all those files. We were in the right spot. So once this is done, I'll load up my wallet and hopefully we'll be fully in sync. All right, guys, awesome. So here we are. We are totally in sync. We're synced up with the network. Everything is looking good. We got all our transactions here. So awesome. So I'm going to minimize this. And the first thing we pretty much got to do is we got to come into our inodes here and we got to unlock it. But before I do that, I want to show you why and what's going on. So if we come into, is it withdrawals possibly? Nope, it's not in withdrawals. Maybe it's just straight dashboard. No, it's not that. Addresses. So if we go into addresses here, we can see that we can't do anything until we unlock this. So I'm going to do that through my email here. But we want to stop compounding. So we want to get rid of this so that we don't keep giving our daily or monthly or weekly or every couple of days or whenever you're getting your rewards. I think it's every day or something. But whenever you get rewards, you don't want it compounding back into your inodes. You want it to stop doing that and start paying to your wallet address because we're trying to remove all our coins, not keep compounding. So here you can see I'm compounding 100%, which means I'm keep on putting it into inodes over and over off all the rewards I'm getting here. So I'm going to have to unlock this email. So I'm going to click on my email right here. It's going to do some thinking process thing. I should get something. There we go. Unlock inodes, check your inbox, and then we're going to click on that. We have 1 hour to click the link to unlock our account. All right, so I clicked the link, and you can see right here. Remember, guys, never click the link. Well, in this case, click the link in your email here because you know it's legit. You sent it to yourself. But now we just got to go back into inodes and refresh the page. That is not inodes. There we go. And see if we are unlocked. So refreshing, manage addresses. Yeah, so now we can do everything. So we're going to put this down to, it says compound. We don't want any of that. We're going to remove it. So no more compounding is going on. We're not sending anything. So now we need to make a withdrawal request. So I'm not sure what's on private. Oh, that's all my wallet addresses and stuff there. Previous payouts, daily, once a week. You can donate if you want and stuff, onboarding. So if we come into here, let's just see how many coins I have. We click on my stats. I currently have, it's looking like, okay, so I got about 680,000 Raptorium here. So that's a decent amount here, you know, a little over 500,000 here. I need 1.2 million, 1.1 something then for another full node here. Obviously, I don't have enough, so this won't be able to do anything by itself. So this amount will be lost if I don't, remove this. So now I want to come into here, make a withdrawal request, opt in, opt out. So active, I got none. So create request. So we're going to click on that. Withdrawal addresses, double check all your addresses and everything, guys, all the time. So I'm just going to bring this down. You can see RNTRXXX. I pretty much know this is my address, but always come into your wallet, receive, and make sure you know which one is yours. Now, I have a whole bunch of different, I think that's my CPU address. So I'm just going to open that up. Yeah, that's the one I'm used to always seeing all the time. But because you're making new addresses when you have nodes and things like that, you're going to have multiple addresses within your wallet. Anyway, that is correct. I know it is. I want to send a max here, so I want to pull out all of my stuff. End of September request. I don't know what this is. Opt out. What is that? Opt out withdrawals. Opt out withdrawals let you withdraw your coins before the end of the month for a small fee. Oh, okay. So if you click that, you can actually get it earlier and not have to, here you go. And it'll send you it out in like a week or a couple of days, but you do have to charge a fee. So we have 2 months. Just be patient. You don't have to pay a fee or anything for this. So do not click this. Don't click the percentage base or anything. I'm just going max coins, end of September request. Okay. So there we go. I put in my request to currently pull everything out. You can see end of September queue from users. So far, it looks like 115 million Raptorium is set to come out at this point in time. There's still quite a bit of people that haven't done it yet. If we go into our dashboard here and look at the blockchain, we can see there's 571. So not even half the people have done this yet. Now, the announcement just only went out a couple days ago, but hopefully you guys see this video, share it around, let people know and realize, and I'm showing you how to do it right here, that you got to set your coins to withdrawal or you're going to lose it all by at least the end of the year. So you do have some time, but it's best to just do it and get it done right now. So again, here we go. Oh, look, wait, we have 4.6 million for end of December. So people are, setting it. So at least if you get it set at the right time, you can do it. You can set it for multiple months. I'm just going to pull it out end of this month, get it over with, get it in my wallet, and we'll just see what happens from there. It looks like I can cancel if I want. So in theory, it would be good to maybe do next month or something, but you never know. What if something happens in the meantime? I'm just going to get it done right now and it's over with by the end of the month. So I think that's everything I need to do here. So I got my withdrawal here, maximum amount, all my coins. I disabled the compounding thing, which we've seen in addresses here. We're no longer stacking our rewards. It's going to go straight to our wallet address instead. So everything is good to go when it comes to my account. So hopefully you guys get this done before it's too late. I would hate to see any of you guys lose your coins. All right, guys, that pretty much does wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation. So remember, if you have any Raptorium, Furo, Neoxa, or OSMI in Inodes, if you're using Inodes at all, get your coins out ASAP, because by the end of December, they're going to be shutting down and you will be losing everything. So just get it done and get it done now. And I do want to touch up yet again that if you made it this far in the video, be very careful of other platforms claiming that they're going to run nodes for you. Inodes is 50% of the Raptorium network in terms of smart nodes. There's going to be people out there trying to get your coins. They're going to be trying to scamming you and doing all these things. Just, it's very hard to be an actual legit node type of business and stuff. There's so many holes and things you got to follow, and there's so many rules and regulations around it, and that's why Inodes was a rare breed that they actually got it done and successfully. They got the licensing and everything was legit with them. So just be very careful, hold on to your own coins, run your own node if you need to, if you got enough, or use platforms like Pecunia, or go to the Raptorium's Discord or something and talk to Big Piggy, Charlie, anyone there to see if any other places are, running legit platforms there. There are a couple out there that have been running nodes that are legit as well. They obviously didn't get to the same level as Inodes, but there are a couple out there. But still, more are going to pop up out of nowhere trying to get your coins off you, and they are going to be scammed. So be very, very careful out there, especially with nodes and stuff, guys. So thank you for watching this video. Be sure to share it. Let people know about this, that it's happening. I don't want anyone to lose any of their coins. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.